Hello and welcome to the Carrier Update brought to you by PowerFleet. I'm here with the one and only, the ever insightful Donnie Gilbert. What do you have for us?
Wonderful Monday morning.
Yes.
It's Monday. So I just have to go back, check what happened over the weekend. Kind of the same, kind of similar stuff that's been going on for the past few weeks now. We've kind of had, volumes picked up just a little bit. Not much, nothing exciting, but at least it's going back up some. But overall, 546 is the index for DriveIn, Reefer Flatbed, all the volumes put together, OTVI. So almost a little bit over 15,500. So still a very strong demand for trucks. And that's where we've kind of been in this little bit of range here for the past few weeks. Overall, rejection rates are still kind of in a slight downward trend. Still above 20%. So we're kind of seeing if are we going to make it under 20% before it starts to turn around. But Anthony, this is the last full week of the month. Friday's the 30th, Saturday's the 31st. So there is going to be some loading on Saturday. You have a lot of shippers that are 24/7, your big ones. But for the most part, everybody's going to want a bunch of their goods off the dock by midnight Friday or before they close on Friday, just so they can say it is, quote, completed or sold and out of their warehouse, and they can finalize those invoices and show that revenue in here for Friday. So expect to see some bump back up in rejection rates throughout this week as we get closer to Friday. And of course, with our 2-day tender lead times, we'll see it a little bit before and probably peak, just before Friday, because those loads are going to be picking up Friday, Saturday, and Monday as well. So we kind of got an exciting week coming up. And as soon as we start into November, then we are in the Christmas season for sure. So here, let's pop over and kind of look and see what's going on at DriveIn and Reefer kind of together, kind of break it down. I always swear, break it down, break it down. Here we see the effect, DriveIn. It actually got down to 20.06, and then it's moved back up to 20.07. So the downward trend, it stopped and it came up a little bit, but we saw volumes pick up here a little bit as well, but they've also, again, started to kind of trend back down just a little bit. So we're going to keep an eye on this, but I don't think we're going to get under 20% for DriveIn.
Okay.
I think as we move into this last week of October, it's going to get that little bit of a bump. And then we're going to continue on and in November, and things are going to start rolling. Reefer over here, we're down to 37.40%. Again, it's been kind of moving down over the past 4, 5, 6 days again. I expect Reefer to really start picking up as we cross. We'll kind of look at that here in just a second. But, volumes have picked back up to 2120 after a big decline right here. So we saw at least that decline halt and pick back up. We got a rejection rate still trending down, and we kind of saw that happen in both markets. Volumes kind of went back up, but our rejection rates kind of trended down. But we're over 20% here, and we're over 35% on Reefer. So rates are still extremely strong. Carriers are still in control of this market. Knowing that this is going to start to turn around right now as we go through the week, Anthony, I would start trying to put upward pressure on prices right now, especially in the big lanes with lots of volumes, and go ahead and start pressing up. It's coming. If you can be on the front end of that curve, it can help increase your margins, help increase your revenues for this week. So it's time to go ahead and start pushing those rates up. We're also on the front curve of the holiday, quote, Christmas shipping season. It's there. Volumes are still extremely high. We'll see the rates start picking back up as we get into November for sure. Right now, I'd start putting upward pressure on those rates as well.
So it sounds like really what I'm hearing is a calm before the storm on all fronts, essentially.
We're at the end of the calm before the storm. The storm is almost here.
It's upon us.
Yeah. Let's pop in and look at Reefer. Let's look at the historical of Reefer. So, and this is what I'm talking about. Here, this line right here is November 1st. Just before the first of the month, you see that downward trend, which we're seeing right now through mid-October. It's going to end and it's going to start this climb. Now, if you really look at it, Anthony, here we're going from 42% to almost 50% during this entire peak season for Reefer. Well, that's because rejection rates are already so high. We're going to see these pick up as well, and probably not to 50% either. But it's only here, we're at 37%. We're going to see probably picking up all the way from now throughout the entire peak, probably a little bit less than 10%. But that's because we're already so high. If we were down at 20%, that could be different. We'd see more of a bump. But no, but it is going to show upward pressure. Rates are going to go up, and we're going to see a lot of volatility increase during this time period. So don't expect rejection rates to shoot up next month. It's going to be a little bit because we're starting at such a high level already. And like right now, people are getting upset, people are getting tired. It's because they've gotten used to these rates. Well, we're well above what the normal has been for over a year now.
Donnie, amazing insights as always. Thank you so much for this first carrier update. We'll be sure to check in with you.
Come back, yeah, we'll look at some maps.
Excellent. Can't wait